Welcome to MachismoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead, and we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gonna wear my shorts when the last one's
Let's be
deep?
clear. This is
How you gonna be in no love when the bed don't sleep?
invasion. Scream.
Deep, crash your feelings in the middle of the street. Fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up, fuck it up. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, scroll through the call up. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Alright, might be about you. Next right might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new gold era. Yo. This that purple tape for Cody vibes. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my mouth, I can never fail. I can be through you, I can tell you would tell. You ain't never ate rooms, Chris in a cell. Everything ground, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is rap doing alright. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's Carter doing well on a mountain. R&B bitches on my bandwagon. Boxes cost 500, I got my pants sagging. If you had to drive 50 miles, you was head cracking. Back when I popped in fitted, I had the less wagon. True story, I could get anything done. Runway, Gucci, jeans, suit, hair in the bar, Santorini, black sand, dick sucks in the sun. The top 3 and not 3 and 2, but I'm the Vanetta loves. See me, I'm the model type. Balenciaga torty with the piranha bites. Ace rolls on ice. Hit you broad day, fuck you in the pole lights. Nigga, I'm dose nice.
Returning the boom back with 2 million on the wrist. DJ Drama.
Yo, top brown sailing, surrounded by trumpets for day. I dare you to step to the guard, you be a failure. Peace to all my niggas live from the east, fire call gangsters, boy. Got a fresh 15 who throwing aces. I'm stepping on your shit, drum automatic. Niggas don't forget to switch, hold up.
That's been black on you niggas. Just hold up.
Hey yo, ain't nobody fresher, that's word to my hymen. Brains everywhere on the wall, go get some diamond. Back to back, going Perry on about the vomit. Hanging out the hard red ghost with the shot stick. Everything I see you niggas, yeah, I never rocked it. But the little Vans burn a hole through your pocket. I ain't see the mark 3 years, nigga, stop it. Shake that shit, bitch, shake it, try it, man. motherfucker you talk about? Put the 40 in your jaw, I'm a maniac. Couple million on the floor, ain't nobody fucking with the Fendi overall. Pumped on the back leg, yeah, I miss to show it off. Yeah, I miss the run up on your broad, damn, blow it off. Yeah, I miss the send a dummy pack through the thorn off.
Shootouts every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Super fly guy.
Shootouts every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Super fly guy.
There's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Syndrome story. And there's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max Syndrome story.
There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. I choose rich every fucking time. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. I choose rich.
Are you a true fan of daring, thrilling, and captivating content? Get ready to take your entertainment to the next level with MachismoTV, the home of groundbreaking shows and exclusive behind-the-scenes access. Join our Patreon page.
Yeah. Grown up shit. Kids not allowed in the living room type shit. Fendi socks match the robe. The flyest nigga on the whole globe. My front gate got a whole code. Talking business on the phone with some Muslims out in Yemen in the gold dome. Fashion week in Athens, Greece, eating spinach with some old hoes. You old niggas broke and it shows. You gotta sell tickets to get paid for your shows. I get paid either way it goes. I get paid even if nobody goes. Bitches see me and say life goes. Your lady want me, that's how life goes. I might let her give me head, it depends on how the night goes. Got a stable full of white toes. Green beam on the top, I nicknamed that bitch the light pole. Tennis bracelet hanging off the nigga wrist and it's white gold. Everything I do is ice cold. Bitch, I'm stamped like a brick. The hood show me love every chance that they get. I'm the man. I ain't in the romance, I admit. But I still hold hands with my chick. Ice Lord, fly shit. Big 4/5 on my hip, like a sidekick. My life is like a crime flick. Wine cellar in the crib, worth the moose, nigga Don shit. I came a long way from my mom's shit. I made it cause I grinded. My last vinyl cost 100 cause I signed it. Niggas need to be reminded. Seen the top 5 list and I climbed it. Turn this up and rewind it. Come on. Niggas talk tough when you FaceTiming until shit turn violent. Real talk.
We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it.
Yo, Saul, you hear me, Playboy?
Yeah, clearly. You hear
All right,
me?
we in the building. I can hear you. You sound good.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
All
we
right,
in
bet.
here.
Yo, what it do, man?
Man, just another Thursday night right here in Southern California. Not so sunny. You know, we in a haze here. You would think it's up in smoke or barbecue or something like that, but it's neither one. You know, city on fire.
Hell yeah. We covered a bit of this last Sunday on the stream, but events continue to transpire. You on the ground in LA, so we're gonna go over some of this. And Obsidian did a hell of a stream on this. So we're gonna cover some of that. Yo, shout out to Alexander X in the building. I see you, Playboy. We'll do
Shout
it
out.
live. Hell yeah. And Gail at night popped up in the chat. What up, Gail? And I think I got a super chat drop for you just in case that ain't F all these 304s. I think I got your Corey Holcomb joint just in case. We can set this off, man. So, give us the preamble to California while I pull up the screen share with the news article from the BLM chick.
So it seems like, you know, not all the embers that burned up the foundation of these houses have burned up, but it seems like what is also burned up is the Democratic Party. And it seems like, you know, the Republican Party here in California is going for a takeover bid. You know, a lot of stuff has come out as far as, you know, the budget cuts to public safety, onto, you know, some of the scandals that the fire department has had, onto, you know, the ineptitude, non-responsiveness of public leadership, if we can call it that. And, you know, I mean, this week has just kind of illustrated a sort of continuous narrative around the country of, you know, Democratic battery field backed, you know, brainwashed Keishas who's, you know, in these sort of positions of public leadership that, you know, continues to fail. Even just this past week alone, there's a sort of reiteration of not knowing the differences between a man and a woman, onto the sort of unceremoniously kind of denial and rejection of a tradition that's been had, you know, as far as, you know, passing the baton of public leadership, where Michelle Obama decides, you know, not only to disrespect Jimmy Carter by not attending his funeral, but, you know, not being graceful in attending the ceremony where there's a transition of power. You know, so I guess tonight we'll be, you know, going through a little bit of what's going on here in the Southland, and you know, it'll be chill, just chopping it up, and we'll go from there. But salute to Naaman. Was good. Thanks for coming through. Salute to Gail. Looks like Champions First is in the building as well. Obviously, Alexander X. What's happening with y'all? So yeah, we got some folks in here, and we're gonna chop up some good game.
All right, hell yeah. And Alexander X, a member for 9 months, and it looks like he just renewed his membership. And just like my man says, hit the like button and F all you hoes.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
All right, bet. Here, let me
Hector came through at the ballot box, didn't he?
He said Hector came through at the ballot box. Hold on. Let me take this off the screen real quick. All right, hold on. Let me resize this for you. Hold on. Bang. There you go. Let me drag this down, and all right. So this is the BLM joint. And this chick, her mansion's burned up in the fire. So if you want to comment on that, and then we'll start going through this Obsidian footage.
So I like to lead this with, nonprofit fuckery is almost as bad as big business fuckery. Okay, but more often than not, we hear about big business fuckery. Okay. We've all heard about the Red Cross and Salvation Army, and was it 2010, in their response to Haiti, obviously their response to Hurricane Katrina, and a lot of the sort of mishandling of money and resources and things of the sort. Now, obviously, in this sort of quote unquote 501c3, which you have as BLM, meaning that anything they put out are, filed, especially at 990, being that they're a non-profit, is public record and subjected to review. And obviously she was paying, some of her cronies, and to include her brother, if I'm not mistaken, baby daddy, and a lot of other weird degenerates, in positions that were substantially above market rates for those positions. And somehow or another got it to where the nonprofit owns houses, but doesn't seem like anybody has public access, use, or any sort of charitable causes. And so I guess God did what the government didn't have the balls to do. This is things that, people are routinely arrested for, right? So we're going to do all this investigation of Trump over some hush money and, all the time and resources for that. I'm wondering whether or not this sort of politicized and weaponized FBI and IRS, how come they didn't do their due diligence with some sort of glaring, and obvious example of, mistrust to the public, where somebody is taking donor funds for public use. And so we're going to go through that, and obviously some of the black female fuckery as associated with such. But before we go on, salute to Eric Jordan, my man. Thanks for coming through. And go ahead, roll that down for us.
Yes, sir. Hold on. Let's. Oh, whoa! Look at that. Gail came in showing out. I ain't even mad at you, Gail. We don't come around often, but when you do, you show up. Gail gifted 5 Machismo TV memberships. So if you ended up getting one of those memberships, let Gail know in the chat. We appreciate you, and I did not disappoint. Here you go. This one for you, Gail. I can't give you I can't give you the Mexican. I can't give you the bottle.
Your kids, they need to know
I'm here to fuck you. I don't wanna know your name, your kids, they need to know. I'm here to fuck you. Get the fuck on, ain't no shame. I'm here to fuck. 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 Watch this bridge, y'all. I'm here to fuck.
That's an oldie but a goodie, motherfucking classic. Oh my god, I haven't seen that one in a minute. I'm gonna have to recycle that one, put it back in season 7. And Eric Jordan with the $2 super chat. He said, "Motherfuck all these no good 3 or 4 the fuck BLM." Hell yeah, man. And here we go, Vato.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
All right, bet we in the building. Let me take this down, let you get to work. So, hold on for 1 second, and bang. All right, and scroll. Ugh,
And I add more context.
that's a
to
lovely
this.
face. That's a lovely face.
Ah.
Hold on. So?
Yeah, I'm here. And so, to add further context to this, Patrice Cullors, you know, if people aren't aware, even the families of the victims do not actually support BLM, you know, because people have seen them for what they are. A lot of times the families were excluded from any of the discussions, or, you know, a lot of these civil rights organizations kind of work with these families to prematurely settle, right? I'm sure people have seen these families and their responses, you know, after the aftermath of the tragedy. You know, the bodies isn't even fully in the rigor mortis yet. And of course, you have these families, you know, saying that if they're praying for the officers and accepting their apologies and stuff like that. Whenever you see these sorts of formulas, this has more to do with NDAs being signed and, you know, obviously some sort of settlement that they've arranged with these police departments and things like that, so nobody ever really gets arrested. And if there's no cases, no precedence gets established, and therefore, you know, this shit continues. So she's just as much as part of the problem. But as you all can remember, legacy media likes to report on what's going on in social media. So this lets you know that we obviously have the power, and you all are hearing to hear from the, you know, horse's mouth what exactly is going on. And as we go through this, you know, you'll see that they're actually doing a story about the social media responses. So we can go on down. It should say something like, back up. How did she afford those? I thought BLM was a nonprofit. One comment.
You saw you going in and out.
You hear me?
That's better.
Yeah. So, you know, as one commenter says, you know, from Jonathan, back up. How did she afford these? I thought BLM was a nonprofit. One commented. Much to my earlier point, you know, people are actually becoming more and more informed about, you know, who's in their public leadership, from government entities to nonprofits. I mean, obviously, the juicy has always been on business and stuff like that, where we're pocket watching, but they obviously need to be pocket watched too, because they come with nothing but moral high ground and tears, but yet they exploit us. Okay, let's go on ahead. Are you rolling down?
You want to scroll down?
Yeah, I don't even see the screen here. Yeah, there we go.
So okay. You want to?
Yeah, go ahead. Continue. Yeah, continue now.
Okay. Keep going.
So, scam people out of millions. Lost a lot of it out here. I mean, like I said before. Here's another comment. Ain't tight, guys. Willing to bet she didn't have the insurance. Grok. How were those mansions funded? The mansions were funded through BLM donations. A net citizen commented. The whole point is this. At the end of the day, is that, you know, people are onto these folks and they're onto the games. As one of the chatters more or less alluded to, these tiers have been nothing more but, you know, capital at the hands of black men's death. Yeah, they do dry up quickly and they go right to the bank. So, you know, people are actually seeing the play. Meanwhile, there are actual black families in places like Altadena who are actually suffering, who are actually, you know, gonna have their stuff burned down. Those houses that remain, I'm willing to project that within the next year or two, those houses that are already there are probably going to double in appreciation. Those people who are in Malibu, which is predominantly white, we're going to see how California plays this play, but they're more than likely going to get help, more robust help, and probably a lot sooner than those black families did. And we would like to see how the Democratic Party responds, because it's obviously a blue-headed state. And so there's no wiggle room for excuses and games and this, that, and the other, because we all see what the fuck is going on. Hey, salute to you, Snowman Multimedia, and salute Cody. Thanks for dropping by. Hit the like button. Okay. All right, keep on. Continue going down. All right, says some users expressed a lack of sympathy for Patrice Cullors, suggesting that those who exploit others for financial gain deserve such outcomes, while others responded humorously. Look, however it cuts out is that, you know, people are seeing the sort of dichotomy here where, you know, there's no investigation. One, we're obviously in the sort of administration that sees that, you know, black women can't do any wrong, so they're just going to gloss over it. And obviously, you know, maybe this next administration can kind of pick this up as far as her fraud goes, because she doesn't have any sort of equity to, you know, basically sell in those houses in order to kind of repay society retribution. So it looks like she's dug herself in a deeper hole with this one. All right. But as far as that article, I mean, that's what I have for that. I encourage you all to, you know, check it out.
I'll drop the link in the chat for him. Hold on for a second. I'll drop the link in the chat.
Yeah, go on.
Hold on for a second. I got you. All right, I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for everybody to check out the article. And Obsidian mentioned this too. It's almost karma and divine retribution. She stole and made all that money on the deaths of black men, bought the mansions, and now they've been burned to the ground. It's a beautiful thing. Trump been bringing a lot of karma with him, and he ain't even been sworn in yet. So let me throw this background back up. All right. Let me load up these Obsidian segments because he did a great stream on Rumble. We're gonna drop Obsidian's Rumble link and all that in a minute while we get started, and we're gonna go through a couple sections of that stream that he did because it was one great content and it falls right in line with what Saul and I wanted to cover this evening, and more apropos because Saul is actually on the ground in LA. So let me pull these segments up. Give me a second here.
But as Machismo's doing that, you know, kind of expound on the point a little further. Like I said before,
We're seeing this all over the country. Obviously, the mayor and her lack of response, it doesn't show or illustrate any sort of strong, confident leadership. Gavin Newsom, with the only thing that he's thinking about is what sort of mousse or gel that goes in his hair, and any sort of prospects of California remaining blue. This is our chance. This is our beachhead, and this is our breakthrough. When you win, to actually go ahead and get these people up out of here. Because people are actually seeing that identity politics and guilting people isn't governance. It never was and never has been. Okay, going ahead and roll that footage. Hey, and shout out to Obsidian. Y'all going ahead and get over to Rumble. Y'all make sure that when y'all go over there for his next show, give him a shout out. Tell him MachismoTV, we sent you all over there. And keep an eye out, especially for his Priscilla series. That there has been more or less a gem this past week.
Oh yeah, I pulled some of that. I'm gonna clip some of that for a clip show. So I'm not gonna I've got a couple of these clips. They're about 10 minutes a piece. But like I said, you could just tell me to stop whenever, and they're not played in any particular order. But I clipped the parts where the conversation was in line with the talking points you and I were discussing behind the scenes. So let's just let a bit of this play. Let me actually throw Obsidian's banner on the screen real quick. What do we got? Super chat. Here we go. Bang. All right, let's go.
Only in the community where the lovely ladies, if you let them get a hold of something, they'll burn it to the ground, as you can see going on your screen right now. What do you see on your screen right now? Ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing what's left of the city of angels. It has now become hell on earth. Potentially millions of Angelinos being burnt out of house and home. A fire tornado. I didn't know such a thing existed. A fire tornado, what you're seeing on your screen right now, ladies and gentlemen, courtesy of KABC in Los Angeles. A fire tornado. Right there. With the wildfires, my understanding is that winds are gusting anywhere from 70 to 100 mph, whipping up those flames, as you can see right there, in a fire tornado. That's the reason why I played the whole record, the Disco Inferno from back in the day in the 70s. The Tramp's most famous song, Disco Inferno. That's what it is, an inferno there. That's Dante's Inferno right there. It's hell on earth. It's fire and brimstone, for God's sake. And who is at the helm? Who is running things in the city of angels?
Hey, for all we know, that could have been a damn hot comb, left deliberately there. You know what I mean?
But a hot comb.
All I'm saying is, all this is because of the budget cuts. Meanwhile, somebody is, they bouging it up in Ghana somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you're a domestic mayor. You shouldn't really have any sort of international relations going on. That shouldn't be your priority. Not at all. Your priority should have more to do with. I mean, I could see her meeting with some of the officials in the Pacific Rim in tandem with the federal government or whatnot. But Ghana, like, what does Ghana have to do with the city of Los Angeles? Nothing at all. So I mean, this is type of things that people spend their money on. Just like with BLM. You take your money and they spend the shit. You know what I mean? So, I mean, here's where we're at. Salute to Pookie and Ray Ray show. Salute. Machismo, go on ahead and check your Cash App.
Okay, hold on for a second. I'm gonna grab my phone. I'm gonna let this play a little bit more, okay?
Go ahead.
You may ask, who is actually running it? This is the leader of the City of Angels, one Miss Karen Bass.
Hold on, great, sorry. Hello, Jane Secker, Sky News. A couple of questions. One to Fire Chief Maroney. More bad winds on the way. We know the conditions, as we've just heard, are going to be the same as last week. How confident are you that you're better prepared this time? And also a question for Mayor Bass, if I might. Our correspondent David Blevins asked you last week if you owe the people of Los Angeles an apology for cutting the fire budget. You didn't respond to him then. Would you like to respond to us now?
So for the fire question, thank you. We're absolutely better prepared for this coming PDS, the severe fire weather event. You've heard the statistics, number of personnel assigned to the incidents, over 5,000 firefighters assigned to the Palisades fire, over 3,000 firefighters assigned to the Eaton fire. The state, under the leadership of Governor Newsom, has set up a mobilization center in Banning where we have resources staged that can come into LA County to assist with a new fire start or the expansion of one of our existing fires. We also have numerous aircraft, local government aircraft, helicopters, we have water bombers, we have retardant fixed-wing aircraft from the state and federal government, we have military aircraft. So we've not only augmented the ground resources, but also the air resources. I think that we're very well prepared for the next event, but that's never going to be, we're never sure that we're going to be able to catch the next fire and keep it small. They said 70-mile-an-hour winds. It's going to be very difficult.
So I was accurate. I heard that too. 70 to 100-mile-per-hour winds causing fire tornadoes.
To contain that fire. That's why we ask all residents in a brush-prone area to be prepared to evacuate if you get the evacuation order and start those preparations before the evacuation warning comes. Thank you.
There was a two-part question to that, correct?
My focus is on us being prepared as a city for tomorrow. As you began, we could face.
This is the incompetent goddamn mayor.
Hold on. I just want to illustrate to these gentlemen the extent to the fire. The size of Manhattan. Okay? The size of Manhattan. Okay? And the fire is costlier than the 1965 Watts riots and LA riots of 1992 combined. It's that big. Okay? And she's shell-shocked. She's shell-shocked. You know, while she was over there passport girling it up, you know what I mean? She wasn't, you know, LA wasn't on her mind. LA was not on her mind. Right? It's affected celebrities. There's a lot of things that can't be replaced, like certain conservatories and museums and things of the sort. You know, she don't care anything about that. You know, and she's very much politicized it by, you know, trying to make it like it's an issue with the federal government when the federal government is like, well, how are you all doing your spending there? Every year you all have fires. It's as much as, you know, tornadoes going on in the Dust Bowl or hurricanes going on in Florida, right? So what are you doing? And it was just the perfect storm. Things from fire, insurance, you know, stepping out because LA wasn't doing what they're doing, right? To you know, everybody's looking everywhere to blame but themselves, right? And I know that, you know, yeah, we talk about the DEI with the fire chief or whatever the case may be, but, you know, actually the fire chief was like, look, you're not going to blame me because when I asked for more money, you didn't give it. You didn't really care. Next thing you know, a day or two later, her head rolled. for telling the truth about fire these sort of fire hydrants not having water and things of the sort. This stuff isn't nothing new. The Santa Ana winds is something that's been in California and in California for years. It's a well-studied phenomenon, for there to be a fire tornado, right? Going ahead. Let's continue. Let's continue on.
All right, but here, let me get these two super chats. Cody Marshall with the $2 super chat. He said, getting rich off the deaths of the American black male is a shame. You ain't never lied.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
And Mr. Eric Jordan says, the funking cap. This is incompetent of BS excuses. Man. And you get a F all you hoes. You better believe it.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
And Eric Jordan again with another $2 super chat. He said, these incompetent officials, they are to blame for this bullshit. And we got a bunch of DEI all at the head of all of this. So,
man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Fuck all you hoes.
and shout out to the International Quiet Storm coming through on the Cash App with the $10 Cash App. Quiet Storm has crashed out for the evening, but here you go. All right, let's go.
Face another very difficult situation for thousands.
Another difficult situation? Wait a minute, hold it. So they had multiple situations? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me? Another event. Wait a minute. I thought it was just one big event. You're telling me there was several events? Mayor Bass?
Angelinos, when we are past this period, there will be an evaluation of everything that went on. And at that point in time, we will see there is not agreement as to whether or not the budget was cut. All of those issues will be resolved when we are clear that Angelinos are safe and we are ready to rebuild our city. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don't this sound like typical Keisha babble and deflection? Something is wrong. We don't know what's wrong, but it definitely didn't have anything to do with me. Yeah, the budget. It's typical Keisha babble.
Yeah, 100%. Then you got to also factor in other things too. There's mudslides that always happen. There's car chases that always happen. There's fires that always happen. These are things that LA knows will happen on an annual basis. So like this is the sort of, kind of gynocracy that, America is tired of. And we've been ringing an alarm, ringing an alarm, ringing an alarm, ringing an alarm. And now people see it as clear as day. All out with the old, in with the new.
And you know what's ironic? We've been saying all 6 seasons, this season 7. Remember we've been saying, like, they're running with this DEI and they got Keisha in charge of everything because they're a good proxy for the nonsense. I was like, well, we know that Keisha going to run things just like they run their single mom parent homes. And eventually it's going to come crashing down just like basically LA burning is a metaphor for how Keisha's got the black community burning. Well, what's left of it? There really ain't none. You know what I'm saying? It's almost, it's apropos and it's almost prophetic. We've been saying this. Y'all keep putting these Keishas in charge. And this is how we've seen it with Fannie Willis, Letitia James. Everything you put them in charge of, untethered and unchecked, sits up.
The biggest foreshadowing to all this was Baltimore.
Facts.
If people can remember, the earliest sort of indication as to where things will go was Baltimore. Okay, back in 2015, and the mess there. You know what I mean? Right? On to St. Louis. Right? On to Chicago. On to Atlanta. With, obviously Fannie Lewis and her company, right? This keeps being a sort of repeated thing where there's some sort of scandal or obviously incompetence or, and anytime anybody wants to actually point any of these things out, it's because you're a misogynist or whatnot, right? Let's go ahead and, repeat the same thing to the super mayor, right? I mean, you see the residents out there, they had enough, along with the Chicago mayor. And obviously, when things go awry, what do they like to do? They like to cannibalize each other because, if I'm not mistaken, the Chicago mayor has something to do with the super mayor, having a foot in her ass and being kicked out out the door.
Oh yeah, they cannibalized it. Yeah, they sent Lori Lightfoot down there to check her, and that turned into a big a Keisha on Keisha violence from a political standpoint. Yeah, it's a shit show. And who's the other the Congresswoman in Congress? Crockett. Everywhere you turn, it's an embarrassment. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm saying let it. We've been saying let it happen. Like America is learning the hard way. Look, we just had Kamala.
Oh, 100%.
We just had Kamala.
We
just had Kamala
with the campaign.
What, $2 billion and it's $20 million in debt at the end of a campaign that she lost? Quite possibly the worst political campaign in history.
Oh, I'm glad Georgia didn't have to deal with Big Bitch. You know what I mean? Right?
Oh yeah.
And how would have Hamas responded to a Kamala?
Oh, it'd have been worse than the Biden. I mean, the reason. Look, bro, you and I said it. Trump ain't even been sworn in yet, and then you got Trudeau getting ousted. You got everybody coming to the table for peace. Of course, he's not even the president yet. So that just proves that the world ran roughshod over the United States because Biden was in office and he was weak. And just the idea of a Trump coming back, everybody is cleaning their room and making a bed, and everybody coming down to Mar-a-Lago to kiss the ring. The party's over, bro.
From tech companies and everything.
Yeah, coming down. He didn't even go to DC to like the what do you call it? There's like a building where the president-elect goes to do the transition. He says, "Screw y'all guys. I'm staying in Mar-a-Lago. Y'all come to me on some Godfather shit. Come kiss the ring."
Yeah, 100%. As you see, the legacy media has softened their sort of tone against them, right? Because we already know
they're getting sued left and right.
Yeah, and then of course you starting to see how Trump, you know, his strength and his ideas and stuff, people are actually, really taking into consideration this sort of Greenland initiative. They're actually thinking about the benefits of, free and open Panama Canal, U.S. controlled, of course. And then obviously, only people that's left are the unreasonable DEI folks, the gay folks, the wing nuts and weirdos and all the other degenerates and stuff like that who are used to business as usual. And it's almost like they're alligator with no motherfucking teeth because they can't even use council culture anymore. You know what I mean? Right? Because it used to be a time to where if anybody just didn't agree with you politically, they would use emotion and stuff like that. So the very thing that they've tried MAGA out to be, they are the ones. They're the homo fascists. Okay? They're the sort.
That's a good one, homo fascist. That's a
Yeah,
good
I mean,
one.
I'm serious. I'm serious. If you don't agree with my point of view and stuff like that, then you're gonna be fired or let go or evicted by some fruity ass landlord or something like that, or boss or whatever the case may be, or some Keisha in HR with blonde hair, who's obviously sucking Brad's dick. You understand what I'm saying? So like, let's cut it out. Let's cut it out.
Yeah, we're gonna start calling that the Joy Taylor effect.
100%.
Like all of these independent boss chicks in corporate, it's the Joy Taylor effect. And unfortunately, the or fortunately, whichever way you want to look at it, this whole DEI and like women empowerment and they could do it just as well as man in corporate. I'm glad it is all getting exposed on social media, from the Joy Taylors to the Fannie Willises to this with the mayor, like to this mayor Sharon Bass in LA. Like, they wanted it, now they got it, and they're gonna get it just like the men. Embarrassment on a global stage, like, you know what I mean? Y'all talked the talk, and now, and it was, and because of the political climate, it was put in your hands. And now, what I'm with the Trump administration, the rollback, and then the deteriorated public image of the Keisha and this whole DEI initiative. I'm other than like the staunch fanatical left liberals, and we've seen it play out in the Trump election. I just think the public in general have just fucking had it with it. Even DEI, the president of Harvard, like everywhere you turn, we're seeing that it was all smoke and fucking mirrors.
You know what? Yeah. Speaking of the president of Harvard, what about that other? I mean, we go through so many. I mean, it's been almost like 2020 on to 2025. I mean, it's almost like there's been kind of a weekly kind of count of just BFF. With the incompetency and just public embarrassment. What was that crazy lady, NBC correspondent? She was a law degree, law grad, never got her bar, freezing egg chick, the AK.
Oh, Ebony K. Williams?
Yeah, where Ebony K. Williams at?
Somewhere taking pictures with her hat, because I think her sperm donor is white because the baby looks half white.
I'm sure. And then I'm wondering, where is I mean, it's just so many. Where it says Tariq Nasheed and Kevin Samuels. Y'all remember her? The newscaster. Hello?
No, I'm here.
Yeah, the newscaster.
I don't know who the newscaster is.
The newscaster who was Elizabeth, I mean, was it Ebony Cross or something like that?
Oh, yeah, Tiffany Cross.
Tiffany Cross, whatever, same difference. But you understand my point. Over and over and over and over. You know what? Machismo, their idea I have, man, there needs to be a damn collage and defame, you know, because it's just too much. It's just too much. Y'all been giving us content. Y'all been giving us so much fucking content. You know?
Oh, Gail at night. Yeah, you're right. I saw the Christmas photo too. Yeah, Gail says I saw a Christmas photo with a baby and a dog. Yeah, you know how everybody take the Christmas photos with their family. So she took her Jordan. It's her half white baby and a dog. It looks so pathetic, bro.
Yeah, weirdo shit. You know?
All right, let's play some more of this Obsidian clip.
We're going to go right here in the middle next.
Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. This is what's going on in California, ladies and gentlemen. Fire tornado. This looks like something out of the Bible. This looks like, you know, you ever seen the 10 Commandments here? Charlton Heston, you know, every year, Easter time comes around, they roll out the classic movie, Charlton Heston playing Moses. Behold his mighty hand, you know, God, you know, he separated the Red Sea, and all the different pillar of fire and so on and so forth. This looks like something out of the Bible, for God's sake. This looks like straight up hell on earth. And where is the mayor? She's in Africa. What the hell? Let's go to another piece of tape where we see the incredible girl magic. Yeah, fire and brimstone. Yeah, brother in the chat room. Yeah, fire and brimstone for real. There's biblical stuff going on here. Straight up biblical. What the hell? I looked at that. I couldn't believe it. People were showing me. I said, wait a minute. You got to be, you bullshitting me, right? I mean, you know, I know it's AI and you can do the AI thing. You can make it look any way you want. I said, oh, come on. Really? Nah. And, you know, Los Angeles, Hollywood, and, you know, okay, somebody got a hold of some quick, what do they call that? Cap cut or so on. I suck when it comes to video. I'm good at audio, suck at video. I've heard about cap cut because I got a MacBook. You know, you do the cap cut thing is, you know, Apple computer or whatever, and you make it, you know, you do the AI, you make it look, you know, crazy and all the rest, all gruesome and whatnot. I said, yeah, that's you shining me on. I went and looked at the news. I said, no, that's real. I said, that shit is real. That is real right there. You gotta be kidding me. There's not going to be anything left of Los Angeles at this point. It's going to be all burned to a cinder, to a crisp. Where the hell is the mayor? And I'm listening on Clubhouse and they passing the buck. Well, you can't blame a black woman like that. You goddamn right I can blame a black woman. She's supposed to be in charge. What the hell? Yo, man, here in Philadelphia, for those of you who may remember, in 1985, I want to say May 13th, 1985 to be exact, Philadelphia's first black mayor, W. Wilson Good, authorized dropping a bomb on a black residential neighborhood. In an attempt to dislodge the radical black group MOVE, he authorized the police commissioner to drop a bomb on Osage Avenue in West Philadelphia, and then authorized the fire chief to not put the fire out in an effort to dislodge the radical group MOVE.
Yeah, I was here in Philly when I saw them drop the bomb. That shit was crazy.
Ended up killing not all of them, but it ended up killing damn near most of the occupants in the MOVE house on Osage Avenue in West Philadelphia. Many of the occupants were children. They were burned to a crisp along with adults. And in addition to that, an entire block of houses were burned to the ground. I was appalled. I was a teenager at the time. I was appalled by what I saw on that day. I wasn't old enough to vote, but I was a teenager at the time. Wasn't old enough to vote. But if I could have voted, I would have voted his ass out of there with the quickness. How the hell you gonna allow a residential block to burn to the ground? You're the mayor. What the hell? As far as I am concerned, W. Wilson Good is one of the worst mayors to come down the pike in city of Philadelphia history. He is directly responsible for the deaths of children and the destruction of an entire city block. They really do say that if you live long enough, you'll see it all. And God damn it, ain't that true? I thought that was bad enough. But now here we got a whole city going up in goddamn flames. Literally. You got fire tornadoes and stuff. Everybody's house burning down and whatnot. It's a, well, Mumia, anytime he can get a chance to hate on a black woman, here you go. Oh, bullshit. I was the main one out there saying W. Wilson Good need to be bounced on his ass out of there. The hell's wrong with him? What, burn down the whole block because you trying to get rid of Move? What kind of crazy ass strategy is that? People to this day, you can go and look it up. To this day, people haven't been made whole behind what happened out there on Osage Avenue in West Philadelphia. To this day, damn near 40 years later. What kind of crazy stuff is that? The Los Angeles Times has openly regretted giving their endorsement to Karen Bass. Let's watch the tape.
We'll accept some blame, right? So at the LA Times, we endorse Karen Bass. I think right now in front, that's a mistake, and we admit that. So I thought it was very important early on for me to come out, and I think we were one of the few to say competence matters. We got like maybe 20, 23 million views to show how that was really dear to the heart of most people, whether you're right or left. And it's the interesting thing is that maybe we should think about how we elect people on the basis of, did they actually run a job? Did they actually make a payroll? Do they understand what it is? And rather than having professional politicians whose only job is really to run for office.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is the owner of the Los Angeles Times, Dr. Patrick Soon Shayong, so I'm going to assume he's of Korean background, has criticized his paper's decision to endorse Karen Bass, let me take this down, for mayor. He has openly criticized you. You can't get past it. You're looking at the goddamn city going up in flames. How can you deny it? Let's continue. Do you see right there on the screen, Soon Shayong's endorsement of Bass for LA mayor came in 2002 with the doctor admitting it was a mistake. Shout out to the good doctor for having the balls to admit what we could all see with only one good eye. He says here, we'll accept some blame. At the LA Times, we endorse Karen Bass. I think right now up front, that's a mistake and we admit it. Where's Jeff? Well, to be fair, Jeff Bezos ain't endorsed nobody. He owns the Washington Post. He said, we're not endorsing nobody. Good on him. The good doctor, Soon Shayong, it continues. The owner's comments came during an interview on Two-Way Interactive's The Morning Meeting podcast on Monday. I mean, this is insane. And
hold on, so I'm gonna get your commentary on Mumia upsetting Ali's talking about the LA Times revoking their endorsement, which is the canary in the coal mine. Then basically, and him making a statement of like, maybe we need to review if these people that we're electing to these positions and endorsing actually are competent. So that's a a shot across the bow at DEI. Let me read Eric Jordan's $5 super chat. He said, the level of incompetence to destroy my state of California, I never thought this could happen. I remember a few years back, Trump warned us, the no good governor. Exactly. It's all coming to pass. And we were calling it down here like, okay, just let him run with it and let Keisha do what Keisha does, create chaos.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
And shout out to Snowman Media. He says, like button smashed as old Snowman puts in the late night grind. Salute to you, sir. So, what say you regarding this shot across the bow to the DEI policies from the Democratic Party and how we see them literally going up in flames in LA, sir?
So a couple of things to this. First things first, if I'm not mistaken, there was kind of a hesitance or delay in him endorsing her. Not sure if it was 2016 or this past election. And then came the backlash. Oh, she's a woman of color and this, that, and the third or whatever. And I'm sure the time that there was the backlash and, him really, trying to be kind of impartial was like, oh, you're second largest newspaper in the country in circulation, and you're in California. This would look terrible if you didn't endorse, Harris. And I'm sure, as much as, that they were harassing Facebook, they most definitely was harassing LA Times because older readership that still, gets the LA Times mailed to their houses. You understand my point? Like literally, like still gets them like ordered and mailed out to their homes. It's not like 100% digital like they would want you to think. And of course, you have the staff, who are all, for the blue team or what, putting the pressure on them. Then you have all these external pressures and stuff, and he caved in. If I'm not mistaken, I can remember there being lots of criticism for hesitating. It was almost like there was a level of entitlement. And now he comes out and says, like, hey, this is what my conscience was saying. So, good for him. We've created an environment where people can be honest about the bullshit and the fuckery. No longer as us as black men are going to continue to coddle the world. You understand what I'm saying? You know how it was the other way around where, people were thinking that, we had to, coddle Keisha from the world. No, coddling the world from Keisha. We did that. Think about that. Let's really put it into context. All these years putting the sort of cap on Keisha, and Keisha's almost like this fucking, like shaking up a soda and putting a whole bunch of fucking Mentos in that motherfucker. And, after a while, it's kind of like, oh, okay, you want to keep on undermining us. You want to keep on shitting on us. You want to keep on eclipsing our voices and stuff like that. You know what? This is the sort of Pandora's box that you've opened of fuckery, of sheer like degeneracy, chaos, and stuff like that. I mean, look at how they're spending public budgets. They're spending it how, they spend in their personal lives. And it comes with the, the cost of, the people. This is your single mom, right? Go ahead. Madam Mayor, as y'all say, Mammy Mayor, right? And you see the first, it's like the city on motherfucking fire. She might as well done it her goddamn self. And then you have Gavin Newsom, you know what I mean? Coming with these stupid ass laws with this Delta smell and all this other shit, you know what I mean? All this stuff just so that he can go kill over at the Getty Center or whoever he fucking hobnobs with, or the San Francisco Club of gentlemen or whatever he's doing, you know what I mean? And he don't give a fuck either. This is all theatrics until, you really start smelling the smoke and waking up. So I say, continue to drive it home. And not only is this, would you say, divine retribution for, the continued fuckery, almost like another whammy added on top of it. You all remember what they did to us FBA folks? Yeah, you remember that denial of the reparations and the taunting and that damn carrot in front of us?
Oh yeah, that was in California. How about that?
Yeah, you remember all that shit? Yeah, all them black leaders and all the other stuff from LA, right? Yeah,
right.
All those political flunkies and stuff and friends and stuff. They all live in the same fucking neighborhood. Okay, right? Hello?
Yeah.
And yeah, come back to bite them in the ass. And there's nothing to be said. We're going ahead, roll that footage.
Okay.
And again, I say to the audience, if this would have happened on the GOP's watch, you had a GOP mayor, a governor, etc., and the same thing happened, we would never hear the end of it. It would be a feeding frenzy. So my question becomes this. In addition to the question about women leadership, at what point are the liberals on the left just going to say, you know what, we got to throw in the towel? What's it going to take? We just got to throw in the towel at this point. I'm just wondering, what's it going to take? What is it going to take? You had Biden, who has been out to lunch for pretty much damn near his whole presidency. There are people coming forward now out of the left-wing media who admitted it, said, yeah, man, I've known Joe Biden's been on a decline for years. It just didn't happen yesterday. They knew it. They knew it. Yeah, Quiet Storm, he said, yeah, they would have a field day. You better believe it. The View, oh my God, they would be cackling old hens. They'd be going in on it if it was Texas or if it was Georgia. Hell yeah. Joy Reid with all the funky wigs that she wearing, that wig wearing sister, she would be going in too. They ain't got nothing to say about this though.
He said funky wigs.
They ain't got nothing to say about this. Let's continue. Here's another one. Soon Chong's comments follow a post he made to X last week where he called out Bass for cutting the LA Fires Department's budget. Wait a minute, hold up. I'm going to get that number. By $23 million. You can't believe. Oh, my God. $23 million. Damn. 23 million. That's what they cut it back by. $23 million, ladies and gentlemen. 23 million. And look at what it has cost not just the city of Los Angeles, but now it's going into the LA County, San Fernando Valley, etc. at all, Encino and all the rest of it. Dennis Quaid out there. He had to evacuate his house. Looters on the make. You gotta get the U.S. Marshals out there. Get the 3rd Battalion Marines out there. Wow. Fucking credible. Bass and California Governor Gavin Newsom have faced mounting scrutiny over the handling of the wildfires. You think scrutiny? That's a rather light word to put for it. I'm wondering where the feds are to lock their ass up. The wildfires ravaging through the Golden State have killed at least 24 people, with a further 23 still missing. 24 dead, 23 unaccounted for. The fires continuing to rage.
Is refusing to apologise for the way she has handled the wildfire crisis. More than 92,000 people remain under evacuation orders. At least 24 people have died and 23 remain unaccounted for. Police have arrested 24 people, including some people who were carrying guns. Sky News has asked Mayor Karen Bass whether she would like to apologise after making cuts to the fire department's budget. Here is her response.
When we are past this period, there will be an evaluation of everything that went on. And at that point in time, we will see there is not agreement as to whether or not the budget was cut. All of those issues will be resolved when we are clear that Angelenos are safe and we are ready to rebuild our city.
Did you hear that crap? Did you hear that? We will make an evaluation. No, we need to make an incarceration. Lock your ass up. That's what we need. We don't need an evaluation. We need an incarceration. You hear that? Wow. I was up in arms when Osage Avenue went up in flames as a teenager. You could... I can only imagine what happened if my house got burnt up. My place, me and the lady Miss Brown Sugar, we out of house and home behind this crap. Wow. You can't make this shit up.
Firefighters have been gaining the upper hand on the blazes. The weakest of the three, the Hearst fire, is 95% contained. The Palisades and Eaton fires remain largely out of control. The former has scorched more than 9,500 hectares of land, the latter more than 5,500 hectares. Crews are dealing with a total of 124 wildfires. Almost 21,000 emergency responses have been received, while more than 12,300 structures have been destroyed. Authorities say they are still combing over the damage of the Palisades and Eaton blazes. The LA County Fire Chief maintains crews are better prepared to tackle further fires, but the return of strong winds are expected to worsen the situation.
The state, under the leadership of Governor Newsom, has set up a mobilization center in Banning where we have resources staged that can come into LA County to assist with a new fire start or the expansion of one of our existing fires. We also have numerous aircraft, local government aircraft, helicopters, we have water bombers, we have retardant fixed-wing aircraft from the state and federal government, we have military aircraft. So we've not only augmented the ground resources, but also the air resources.
This is a damn shame, man. This is a damn shame. Wow. And some people say, well, this isn't politics. Yeah, it is about politics, man. Yeah, it is. Because everybody knows what would happen if it was on the other side. You know it and I know it. Yeah, it is about that. This is just straight up and down liberal.
Yo.
Let me have you go on ahead and Jumbotron that link that I just put in the back.
Okay, hold on for a second. Yeah, that shit's crazy. And all of the key positions that would be part of actually managing this fire, they're all DEI hires. It's crazy.
So
and then And then they got the Keisha as the chief, true to form as the HR person, the chief people officer. Is that you can't make this shit up. The shit we be, it's like our talking points out when they play out in real life. It's crazy.
Got a jumbotron so they can see it.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to set it up. Let me see. Add the stage. There you go. So the chief engineer is a female, but these are the important positions. Hold on. And then here we go. The chief resiliency and emergency management officer. This is an emergency and it needs to be managed. And then look who we got here. Chief People Officer Tracy Pierce. Like you, because it's the running joke down here that they always put the Keisha in charge of HR. And what does HR do? HR is in charge of helping hire the people and put them in positions. But Zora Oliver Griffin is the Chief Resiliency and Emergency Management Officer. She isn't managing this fire too well. And the Chief Executive Officer and Chief Engineer of the Los Angeles Department of Water and Power, where there is no water for the fire, is, well, it's a female, but apparently DEI, because she hasn't managed anything. Isn't that shit crazy?
Hey, it's a Puerto Rican tether.
That shit is crazy.
It's a Keisha Puerto Rican tether. They got a twofer there, Latina and a black chick. They got a twofer.
Yeah, she's in charge of the water and the utilities. And what is the problem with this fire? There's no water in the fucking hydrants.
And the utility, the power lines and stuff like that, but winds too. You see what I'm saying? And then the fire hydrants. You see what I'm saying? Nobody's leaving the blame on her either. You understand what I'm saying? So another thing too, we got to be mindful of, and I want you all to be mindful of. I want you all to do your research. The utility companies, obviously the fire, which people obviously seen, onto Department of Emergency Management, onto the state level. Go on ahead and do your research, because I'm gonna tell you this. It looks like Karen Bass is diving on the grenade, but this is entrenched here. And if you notice with Karen Bass's last comment, oh, it doesn't matter what we talking about or what we did with the internal budget. Well, wait a minute. Didn't she just do misinformation there? Because isn't the budget public information to be assessed? As if we're fucking stupid that we can't find that was 23% reduced from one year to the next. Like, we're just some fools up here. Like, that information isn't public information. We're taxpayers. You know what I'm saying? She's spreading misinformation. And of course, she's going to dive on a grenade or whatever the case may be. So that people like, this one here, right? All them people up top with that DWP who bear some core function or responsibility in this as well, so they don't get the heat or attention that they need. So we need to really kind of, bring the heat on them too. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, also your 5th district board of supervisors with the county of Los Angeles. Another one. You see what I'm saying? We're starting to see a sort of pattern here, right? When shit hits the fan, all of a sudden, nobody knows how to survive. Just like, what's that show, Survival? While the men, with industry and the mindset to build and be innovative and stuff like that, wave off, and stuff like that, and are able to eat and be organized to travel, to navigate, to get where they need to. While the chicks is, their society is not even thriving. cannibalizing each other. You know? But I just wanted to make that important point.
All right, spot on. Let me load this final Obsidian segment. We are at the 1 hour and 25-minute mark. And let's
through the worst fires in its history. At least 24 people have tragically been killed. More than 150,000 have been forced to flee their homes. 10,000 structures have been completely destroyed, including some of the country's most expensive real estate. And when the fires broke out, LA Mayor Karen Bass was in Africa. And when she returned, instead of answering critical questions from reporters, she chose to just ignore those questions and stay silent.
Do you owe citizens an apology for being absent while their homes were burning? Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing to say today? Can you back up? Appreciate it. Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position? Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster? No apology for them? Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while this was unfolding back home?
Wow. This is sad. Sad.
Karen Bass had a choice in that moment. Instead of fronting up and showing leadership, she ran away. Who else would like to know why she approved an $18 million budget cut for the LA Fire Department? Why a major reservoir, which holds 117 million gallons of water, has been sitting empty for almost a year, which meant that smaller tanks were quickly exhausted and fire hydrants were running dry as firefighters risked their lives trying to save homes. And why did Karen Bass have nothing to say as the people of Los Angeles were going through the most horrifying experience that was made worse because of the government's mismanagement? Well, after ignoring reporters and showing no leadership at the start of this crisis, Karen Bass has posted a bizarre video where she appears slightly upbeat and even smiling as she tells the people of LA that she's seen the devastation.
Angelinos, we're still going through it, and to any of you and all of you that have experienced a loss, the grief, the anger, the just utter shock, I've seen the devastation. It is unbelievable the amount of loss that people have experienced. But we have to get through this crisis, and I know that we will. I was at the Sylmar command post today, and I saw the work of our first responders and how they've been able to defeat the fires in certain areas. We know we still have much more to go, and we know the winds are going to kick up again. But we got to stick together. We got to stand strong. And then we have to rebuild our city. We're the nation's second largest city, one of the greatest cities in the world. And
is that helpful? The people of LA don't need to be told that she's seen the devastation.
Man.
They're all...
Wow. I've seen the devastation. It's a great city. Wow, thanks, I think, Mayor.
Experiencing the heartbreak and devastation for themselves. They also don't need to be told that LA is the nation's second largest city. They need answers, they need leadership, and they need to know why decisions were made that meant that LA was not prepared to fight these fires. Well, there are calls for Karen Bass to resign, and those calls are getting louder. Almost 100,000 people have signed a Change.org petition demanding that she steps down due to the gross mismanagement of the fires. And Karen Bass isn't the only one facing calls to resign. President-elect Donald Trump is calling on the Governor of California, Gavin Newsom, to stand down. Writing on Truth Social, Governor Gavin Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration put before him. He wanted to protect an essentially worthless fish called a smelt by giving it...
A smelt? I didn't know there was a fish called a smelt. I know what smelting is, but that has to do with metal and stuff. I know about that because I did metal work and stuff like that. So I know what smelting is. I didn't know there was a fish called a smelt. Does anybody know about that? A fish called a smelt? Well, Gavin Newsom got cooked behind his love of fish called smelt.
Less water, but didn't care about the people of California. Now, the ultimate price is being paid. Now, Trump has been criticising Newsom's forest management for years. Back in 2019, he wrote, "I told him from the first day we met that he must clean his forest floors regardless of his bosses, the environmentalists, demand of him. They must also do burns." Trump warned Newsom to, quote, "get his act together" and to open the closed water lanes coming down from the north. But Gavin Newsom now claims that he doesn't know what Trump is talking about, and he also tries to claim that all...
Yeah. That's the lady right there. That was the lady that you're talking about, brother. That's the lady that hemmed up, caught Gavin Newsom, caught his ass and hemmed him up. That's the Karen lady right there. She read his ass the riot act. Wait, hold on. There it is. There it is right there.
Down from the north. But Gavin Newsom now claims that he...
Yep, that's what you're talking about, brother. I saw that. I saw that video. He's, we're trying to... And she's got the mask on. That's what I was telling you about the lady on Clubhouse. She had a mask like that. I said, ma'am, you're not going to be able to... I mean, I'm looking at these fires. You can't do nothing with a mask like that. You need a straight up gas mask, man, with an oxygen tank on it. You can't do nothing with a mask like that in these type of fires, man. Man, that smoke will get behind there, man, knock you out. Come on, man. By the way, I looked up smelt. There is fish called smelt. I have a picture of them. Hold on a second. Let me show you the picture, and then we get back to the tape. So this is what Gavin Newsom is trying to save the smelt. Save the smelt. They're like sardines, kind of. They even got a in Los Angeles Times column with attacks on the lowly Delta smelt. Trump and the GOP launched baseless claims about fire and water. Pity the poor Delta smelt, the tiny fish, which seldom grows to more than 4 inches and lives longer than a year, was once abundant. But now Gavin Newsom wants to risk the whole city and the county of LA to save the little smelt. Ain't this some shit? You can't make this shit up. They're like sardines. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, we're gonna go back to the tape.
He doesn't know what Trump is talking about, and he also tries to claim that all of the reservoirs in California are full. Just look at this spin.
I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt and reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full. The state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us. Responding to Donald Trump's insults, we would spend another month. I'm very familiar with them. Every elected official that he disagrees with, very familiar with them.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
And that's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation to understand what was happening with that local reservoir.
Gavin Newsom is trying to do his own PR, claiming that there's a lot of misinformation out there, and posted on X a link for people to get the facts about the fires. Now that takes you to gavinnewsom.com/California Fire Facts, which also directs people to donate to the California Fire Foundation. But that link that's on the top right-hand corner doesn't take you to the California Fire Foundation. If you click on it, what it actually takes you to is actblue.com/donate/CFDEM LA Fire 2025. Act Blue is a fundraising platform for the Democrat Party.
Oh, stop right there. God damn it. Give that Australian Christian white lady an Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Ain't this some shit?
Yeah, let's stop it right there. Obsidian's right on it. Yo, you see how I had to let him do the Allahu Akbar. I had to let him do it. I misheard that.
Hey, Obsidian, look, Obsidian is on that shit like a goddamn DC detective. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, you see how shady and devilish these Democrats are? They're siphoning off the donation money for the fire to fund the Democratic Party. These fucking devils. We gotta send them into the wilderness, man. And midterms is coming, man. Get them up out of here. They destroy everything they touch. And as far as the black community, you and I had this conversation. They're the Dixiecrats of old. They are the enemy of the free-thinking, independent black man. And what's left of any type of black community there is. That's all you saw.
Yeah, the blood of these bodies, and they're thinking about adding to their coffers.
Facts.
Don't we see a pattern here, a through line here?
Don't we see a pattern? Hell yeah, right? Profiting off of tragedy and chaos.
And scare tactics. And before I go forward, I don't want to go too far without paying some acknowledgement to my dear brethren, Broken Blade, a day one, and salute to Simeon Toko. Thanks for stopping through, man. I see the Cloud Watchers in here, man. Thanks for dropping through. Of all the places that you could be, you choose to be here at MachismoTV late night for a pop-up midweek. We're going to continue our Sunday programming as usual, and we should have some stuff for you. Obviously, a little bit of fuckery in the blender, obviously, with our hot pursuit of the midterm. We're not letting this up. People are obviously listening to us as Black men, and as you can see, we continue over and over and over to get these sort of assists. That's crazy. That there is obviously despicable. It's sickening, and that there is something that we probably might want to expound on a little more. You know?
Hell yeah. Like I said,
money trees that grow from dead bodies.
Money trees, exactly. Money trees that grow from dead bodies. And I had seen, I'm glad we did this because I had seen this when I was pulling content together earlier this week, this being reported. I mean, so in case y'all missed it, they just had the interview with Newsom, and he was like, hey, go to this website to donate, for the tragedy and stuff. But that's his personal website. And then there's another website that what's her name? What's this old bitch's name? The other Democratic Senator Warren has posted on Twitter, and it's on the face it has donate for the fire, but 10% of the donation goes to the Democratic Party. So in the midst of all of this, you got a collection of these Democratic officials asking you to donate while at the same time fundraising for the fundraising for the midterms.
In an official capacity while on duty in an emergency, which makes you wonder if it was planned.
Facts.
This is disgusting. You know what? Maybe somebody, if somebody was smart, drop a dime, maybe to the, Federal Campaign Commission or something like that. This is the type of stuff that needs to be out.
Hell yeah. Eric Jordan with the $2 super chat. He says, hashtag funk all these hoes, Democrats, tethers, and BLM. Get the fuck out of here.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
Go ahead, that's all you saw.
So, as I said before, and shout out to Obsidian. Y'all be sure to go back on over there and check out his stuff. If you can go on ahead and post his banner for me. Excellent job. And, obviously in-depth analysis, investigation, combined with some entertaining showmanship. And Obsidian, yes, there is fire NATOs going around the damn LA Valley right about now. What I would like to say even further is these are things U.S. citizens have to kind of report. We can't let up. keep our foots off their necks and stuff like that. We got them exactly where we want them to be, pants down, and drive it home. You know what I mean? And we're just kind of really, really, really eradicating how legacy media is, trying to spin this. I just seen a story earlier by NPR, and a lot of people like to hail NPR as being very, very neutral. No. What they entitled the story was what LA did right for the fire. So in other words, they're like implying that, yeah, LA did screw up, but what they do right. So of course, you're actually giving people, some sort of free press, you know what I mean, instead of telling the truth. So we got to just keep chipping away and telling the truth here on social media, so that we're able to provide a sort of alternative than the bullshit that's out there. I'll land my plane.
Hell yeah. We're at the 1 hour 41 minute mark. We're gonna let a little bit of this last Obsidian clip play, and then we're gonna call it a night. I want to thank everybody for coming out for this pop-up stream. There's a lot of content that we can't cover on Sunday just because of the time constraint, and we have a full panel, but there's so much going on. All of the stuff that makes the cutting room floor. We're going to just start, as we have in previous seasons, covering the additional content during the week, because a lot of this stuff needs to be talked about. Trump will be inaugurated in 4 days, and then, as you know, gentlemen, the war is on. It's us against the mainstream media, and also having conversations around the policy initiatives that benefit the American productive, free-thinking black male. Let's go.
Fundraising at a time when LA burns. You can't make this. Oh my God. You cannot make this shit up. Really, Gavin? Really? I mean, okay. My thinking is, if you got a donate button, why would you have a donate button? It seems you're saying that you got all the water you need and all the rest of it, then why you got the donate button? I can see if he was putting out a call for firefighters around the country, any firefighters, volunteer firefighters, the straight up, FDNY, Philadelphia, Baltimore, et cetera, to get out there. Okay, I'll go along with that. You got a donate button and you hit that and it ping pongs you around to ultimately this website. Damn. Talk about a grift. You can't make this shit up. Thank you to Quiet Storm, who comes through with a $20 cash app.
I'd buy that for $1.
And he writes, let me pull his cash app up right there. He says, for putting it on the wood. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for that. Y'all keep those cash apps rolling in. $ Obsidian Radio. $ Obsidian Radio. Back to the tape.
On that link, it shows Newsom's campaign for democracy and informs donors that they'll be signed up for text updates from the Political Action Committee. Professor Joseph Siracusa says that Gavin Newsom can kiss the White House goodbye.
Oh, he's gone. He can kiss the White House goodbye. This is a political disaster. Americans expect their governors and their mayors and their police chiefs and fire chiefs to get a handle on this, and they were poorly prepared for this. And keep in mind, there are, I think, 7 major water facilities that were supposed to be built, but they couldn't meet the ecosystems criteria as a result of Newsom's pushing on this angle here. So he's going to have to bear the burden here, and I do not think Kamala Harris is going to rush in to replace his job, because there's a lot of people there who are angry, and with good reason.
Annalise Nielsen is on the ground in Los Angeles.
Streets normally gridlocked with traffic are held clear for emergency workers, while entire neighborhoods remain closed, those both at risk and those already hit. Many residents don't know if their homes are...
Look at that fire, man! Look at that shit. You can see that, and these are big trucks. Now compare, big SUVs and fire trucks, and EMT trucks, and all the rest of it. Look at them. Look at the big ass raging fire right here. That's just the scale of it. Look at that shit.
Still standing.
It's my parents' house. They're 79 and 85, and my dad's sick, and he spent his entire life, wanting to live by the sea or having a house by the sea.
We found Cindy Salcedo with her bike, trying to get around the roadblocks.
Trying to find out if our house is still standing. You can't get past Getty Villa. It's a hard stop.
Man, Wow. This is deep. This is some deep shit.
Armed with an address and our press credentials, we made our way past the police checks on the Pacific Coast Highway, where house after house had burned to the ground. So many, in fact, it was hard to tell where her father's home was even supposed to be. I'm going to send you a photo. I don't know if we have good news for you. So I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sad.
Okay, I understand. Any news is something I'm grateful. Thank you so much. It came in 20. Oh, yeah, 20. You're.
Wow.
Yeah, I think you're in the right spot.
Oh man. She said her pop lived on, wanted to have a house. He could look over the sea, worked his whole life for it. If this is it, wow. Wow. Damn. I don't even think the foundation is left. Damn. I don't even know what to say to that. I don't even know what to say to that. This shit is criminal right here, man. Newsom and Bass need to be locked up. Seriously, man. This is criminal. This isn't just like a negligent thing or we made a mistake, or how did they do it? Mistakes were made. No, this is some criminal shit right here. And that's just one house of many. They said it was over 13,000. Wow. This is fucked up.
I'm really sorry. I was hoping this would be a good news story.
I got information and now I know. No, but thank you. At least now I have a little bit of closure.
While those living in this city under siege.
Look at the smoke! My God. This is the first time I've ever seen this, ladies and gentlemen. I only saw a couple photographs. This is the first time I'm seeing shit like this. Look at the smoke of this. This is insane.
Want answers for why government authorities weren't better prepared.
Well, I want to know why we didn't have enough water for all the fire hydrants. Oh, of course. Of course. They cut the budget, of course. And like I say, I want to emphasize more than anything how amazing our firefighters are and the first responders. None of this is on them. We are immensely grateful for everything they did with the limited resources they had towards the end, because they have not, they went to every neighborhood that they could. And like I said, just the fact that they had the foresight to throw our flammables into our pool so that our house wouldn't ignite and that they put out the fire on our hedge, they were there at least. Do you know what I mean? They tried to do what they could, and we can never repay them for their heroism or what they've done for us. We just can't. But I think the town, everyone I'm talking to, most of the people in this hotel are evacuees, and they are angry and they want answers.
And answers are still difficult to come by as authorities were dealt with another blow. New fronts broke out, threatening new neighbourhoods, just as slower winds were supposed to give firefighters some reprieve. What makes firefighting so difficult and dangerous in the canyons surrounding Los Angeles are tiny spot fires just like the one you can see here. It is small but has the potential to climb quickly up the mountainside, and we're just on the cusp of a highly populated area of Los Angeles that has already been evacuated. At the same time, firefighters are doing those water drops to try to put those small fires out. But as the wind picks up, as you can see it is now, it makes it more difficult for planes to drop that water, and in an instant it can be out of control. There's no end in sight to this catastrophe. Here in Santa Monica, there's an eerie calm, with many people who live here choosing to leave, even if just to escape the smoke. While
All right. So that's Obsidian did a really good job covering this. And for those who have been keeping track with the news, yeah, this is it in a nutshell. Ongoing disaster, and at the top of it, we see the effects of DEI. Even the Los Angeles Times revoking their endorsement of the DEI mayor, who we saw completely incompetent with nothing to say at the airport. What say you, Saul, while as we close this up?
I say as we close this up, I think that we're at the end of an era. DEI combined with council culture, what you're going to start seeing is a lot of people trying to engage in what I like to say, I told you so.
So, there you go.
You're going to be we welcome the era of I told you so's, right? So you're going to start seeing, a Democratic Party try to up the ante when it comes to the fear mongering, because they no longer have any sort of moral grant to really, step on the pedestal about, that sort of moral bank has ran dry, and we see how dirty and how disgusting they are, even to the point of asking people for donations, even after people have, lost their families, lost their earnings and things of the sort. So that's something that we have to be strategic against, as far as that. And so the way countermeasure these sort of I told you so moments is to say, hey, you will rather see the city burn, you'd rather see our country go to the war, you'd rather see infighting and done to people just so that you can profit off of it. And so you all are looking for ways to profit off of it and look at human tragedy, quote unquote, right, in your own disgusting, zealotous sort of religiosity. So, that's the way we have to reframe it as far as them, the sort of lengths they're willing to go through to quote unquote be right. Right. So, I mean, it's just a massive scale of, shame and guilt and quote unquote. Now we're at the phase of needing to be right, and then needing to be right burns the city down or costs lives. They don't care. How we have to kind of emphasize it. And I land my plane there.
More played, sir. I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It is we're at the 1 hour 53 minute mark. It is 1:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on a pop-up show on a Thursday, now Friday morning. Tune in on Sunday. We're back on our program. We'll be streaming the Sunday live panel after a timely hiatus. Me streaming from Colombia and the rest of the panel all over the country. We are global.
Make sure they hit the like button on the way out. Supposedly, Tito has the week coming tomorrow. So y'all might want to tune in for that. Who it is or what it is, but supposedly it's some Asian incel who has an talking ish about BBC. So if you're looking for a little afternoon entertainment, that might be the place to go, because somebody's about to get roasted into the LA fires.
Oh, hell yeah. And I'll be reposting. I'm sure you guys have seen, I've been reposting Tito's streams on the community tab, so keep an eye out for those and drop by, give Tito a subscription and a like, as he has become a regular on Sunday nights, which is a feather in our cap, because Tito is last of the Mohicans from Black Manosphere 1.0. Gail at night, good night. She says, good night, Saul, Machismo TV, and chat. And thank you, Gail, for gifting those memberships. Always good to have you over here, and it is good to be back. On that note, gentlemen and one lady, Cloud Watchers, we will see you guys on Sunday, like we always do about now. And I want to say good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition.
Sorry. Hey, where's Stewie? That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter.
There it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean, to play us out? To end the show?
Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today, and we'll leave you with a... I can't do it. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Stewie Griffin. Thanks for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
This is not real. It's just a dream. Please, wake up. Wake up. This is not real. It's just a dream. Please, wake up.
I told you. Steppenwolf would fail. Yes, you did. My master, now that the mother boxes have been destroyed, how will you retrieve your great prize?
Anti-life is found, Assad, and we will stop at nothing to possess it. Ready the Armada. We will use the old ways.
Doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan.